Hello students, I hope you are doing well. I apologize for not turning on the video today because there's something wrong with it, with the camera, and I just want to deliver this video to you as early as possible. So today I want to go over the materials in Unit 2 and this and add some additional information about the assignment so you can have a better understanding about the indexing, about the chart with Python. Okay, so this week we are learning data visualization, and your task is to finish this assignment as well as the quiz. They are due on the September 11th. And there's something special I do for my class. If you finish the assignment by next Wednesday, submit it by Wednesday, I'll grade it and give you early feedback if you didn't achieve 100%. So if you submit your assignments before by Wednesday, you will either receive 100% from me, or you will receive an email from me telling you how to improve your work to get 100%. Okay, so make sure you find time this week and start it early. That helps you to improve your score. Okay, so data visualization, this is a very important topic as you read over those Pew Research report or some other report on internet data. If you add charts to your data, this can really help the data to be more expressive and more intuitive. So, if you only just master the techniques about visualization, there's a lot of things you can do. Okay. So next, let's go to this assignment. You should here I added a note. So in this class, we are using Google Colab. Google Colab is like a Google Doc to Microsoft Doc. So I use this Jupyter Notebook on my local machine. However, I like Google Colab as much as Jupyter Notebook. So and it doesn't need you to install anything, so it's really convenient. First, if it's your first time using Google Colab, you can go to this website and then log in with your Google account, okay? And then I will give you option to start a new notebook. After you started your notebook, you would be able to find a folder called Colab under your drive, and you can access from here. Either way, you can access from the link I provided, called Colab, or you can just access from your drive. Okay, so come back to the assignment. Here's the assignment here, okay. Okay, so to do the visualization first, you want to give it to the data, right? Which you want to visualize, and that's usually come with a .csv file. So for example, here I have a sales record. With some salesperson's records across the month, and I want to do visualization with this data. So what I need to do is to first upload this to my Colab notebook. So it's quite easy, just upload this. And now this file is under the same folder with your Colab, Google Colab file, so you can import it. Okay. Yeah, I have some old code I wrote, so I just delete it. And I can add new blocks. To read the file, we need to use a third-party package called pandas. So these are third-party packages. So they didn't come with the Python. They are written by other people to add these classes and add these functions to Python. So you need to import this package first. This is for reading the data frame, pandas, and this is for plot to generate the charts. So this package is called matplotlib, and we actually only need one module from this whole package. So we import this part, and we also give it a short name called PLT. Okay, in this way we import the package. Then we add a next line. We can read the we can use this pandas package to read in this data frame. And this data frame is called sales records. Okay. And I name this new frame I create. Name this data frame I create df. And let's print out this the data frame to see if we read in successfully. Did I spell it correct? Sales record. This looks correct. Okay. Okay, actually, I need to read it in this under this file. So what you need to do is to upload it to this folder. Okay, let's try this again. Upload it to this folder. And now I believe it should work. Okay, yeah, it worked. Let's delete this section. Okay, just go to this last tab and then upload the file to here. But it's a little bit different from the local Jupyter notebook I use. All right, let's move on. Next thing we need to do, when we create a bar chart, what a bar chart? When we create a simple bar chart like this one, you need to tell it the X values and the Y values, right? Usually the X values are the names of the bars, and then the Y values are the values, on the Y-axis are the values. So what we need to do is to define the X and Y. For example, here I want to create a bar plot to compare the sales records of these 4 representatives in January, just for the January data. So if you imagine this bar chart, so the bottom will be the names of these 4 persons, and then the y-axis will be their sales records. So how can we do that? Let's just define a variable called x. X would be these names. So here, these names are actually the column names for this data frame. Okay, and this is the indexing for the rows. So each data frame, it comes with the column names. The first one is the column names. So to get these values, we need to call this data frame the columns. Let's print out to see if it worked. So here you see I did get these names. However, there's a 0 because this is the first column. This first column, it didn't have a column name, so they give it a 0. I want to exclude this one. So what we need to do is to use indexing. And here indexing, there are 2 numbers you need to give it. That is the start number. So for Python, all the indexing start from 0. For example, this first row, you would think it's 1. Number 1 it should be, right? And this one is 2. However, in Python, as you see, this position for this first row is 0. Okay, so this column, first column is column 0, and column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. So to start with this column, then we need to specify the start number is it's not 0. 0 is this one, so it should be column 1. And then you could specify the end number as 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you have to give it 5. So that it will count from number 1 to 4 because of number 5, this position is excluded. So this start number is included from 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one only get. However, you don't have to specify the start number. If you don't specify the start number, that means it goes all the way to the end. Okay, so here, for example, this one, it will print out Jason Mary to the end. Okay, from Jason to the end. So this is the value we want for the x-axis. Next, let's get to the y-axis. Again, we need to use the indexing. So to get the numbers from the rows and columns, we need to use the indexing. Okay, y equals data frame, and then this time we need to use a function called iloc. This actually means the index location. Okay, we need to get the values by indexing. So here you need to, so for us to get a part of this data like this part, you need to specify the number, which rows you need to get, which columns you need to get, right? So this is separated by comma. Before the comma, you specify the row numbers, and after the comma, you specify the column numbers. So here, for the row numbers, I just want to get to the first row. So first row, the index is the 0. Remember, everything position starts from 0. So this is the first row, 0. And for the columns, what I need to get is from this column to the end. So this is actually position, this is column 0, this is column 1. So it should be start from column 1 to the end number. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, but you have to import 5 because the end number is excluded. This actually give you, if you do subtraction 5 minus 1, it's actually only give you 4 columns. Or you don't have to specify the end number. That means that you want to get all the columns till the end. Okay. For example, if you only specify, another example is if you don't specify the start number but only specify the end number, then that means that the start number is 0. Okay, so this one, for this one, it get this column 0, 1. Remember, 2 is excluded, so this code here only get 0, 1, these two columns. Of course, this is not what we want. What we want is from column 1 till the end. Huh? All right, I think that's it. Let's print it out to check the values. Okay, looks good. I get these 4 numbers. These are column names, this actually. So this will not be included actually. Next, we give the y value, x value, y value to the plot. To use a plot, again, we need to use a third-party package called matplot library. And here, this is the module from the library, and this is a short name for this module. So we can do plt dot bar. This is a function for plotting bar charts. Okay, and if you look up this on Google, you can know that this function, the format is it has several arguments. The basic arguments you need to give is the x values and the height. The height is the y values. This is the argument name. Okay, so here I need to, you could do is to give the x to this first argument, and then give the y to the second argument. Okay, and that will work. Let's see. Okay, it did generate the bar plot we want. Alternatively, you can specify the argument name. Here there are 2 arguments, basic argument x and height. So you can specify the argument name like x equals, here we give this variable x. Okay, we give this variable x to this argument. So this is a variable where we store the value x, and then we specify the second argument, height. Height is the y value. We give the y value to the second argument, height. So that will also work. So if you specify the argument, you can exchange the order. For example, here in this way, you don't have to go this order. You can even do this order, because you have specified the argument height and x. So this will also work. Okay, but the easy way, the simple way is just to give it to argument, and it goes by the order. Okay, so that's almost done, and don't forget to give the labels to the chart. For example, with this chart, we don't know what these numbers represent, right? So we need to give it the Y labels and the X labels. I don't know if it has S or not. Let's just try the Y label. And January sales, okay, and then the X label. Then the names. Okay, and also you should give it a, title for this. for this plot, so people will know what this plot about. Just have a quick look at the plot. Let's run this code again. Right. Now this has the label and the title. Okay. So I think this concludes concludes the tutorial for this chart. And same if you know how to use the indexing, then you will be able to proceed to the line chart, okay, with the tutorial provided in the assignment. So I just want to add this additional information about the indexing, to explain how to use the indexing here. And if you have any question, make sure you reach out to me, and start the work early so you can get early feedback from me, and to make sure you get 100% on the assignments. Okay, good luck.